Everybody, how's it going? So listen, I'll give you some real actually real good nuggets today of some great advice for when you're looking at properties as a real estate wholesaler. What how you make money again in this deal is you bring value to your buyers. Obviously, solve the seller's problems. That's important. If you can't find out the seller's problem, you got nothing. But once you understand that, you really want to know what your buyers are looking for. That's really important. I think a lot of people they lose track of that. And you hear a lot of this stuff like, "Well, let's get a house on a contract, and the numbers work, the buyers will come." And that's true per se. But I tell you what, if this is a real business, okay, and so you want to really get to know the market you're in, okay, you really do. And so one of the greatest ways to get in the market is understand the market is frankly get generate a good business relationship with a real estate agent, okay, because they know retail. That's what this whole thing's based on, okay. Wholesale presupposes retail. You get a house in a contract, solve a seller's problem, you find a buyer, you know what he's looking for, you sign a contract, you make money on an assignment. But that's not the end, because your buyer, of course, he's going to put the money into it. He's going to be risky for him, he's going to have to fix it, get rid of the mold, add an egress window, put a new roof on it, add a new deck, add a bath, whatever it is, okay? And he's going to sell for retail and make some money, okay? So here's why where I'm going with this for you as a wholesaler. If you really understand what your market is and you can speak intelligently to your buyer, and you're essentially speaking his language, okay? He knows what retail is because that's what he does. He's looking for properties to rehab so he can retail them, right? So if you get to know, hang out with them, the buyer, or with an agent, whatever, really kind of get to know the demographic of what you're looking, where you're at, like what's selling, okay, you can make a lot of money. So let me give you a couple of examples of this. Drive around with a realtor and just kind of get to know like what are people looking at. Like I'll give you an example. I got into land I've done land a long time, kind of rural areas. And you may go, well, I'm in the city, I don't do that stuff. Okay, fair enough. But if you ever see anything in the city, I'm sorry, if you're in the city and you see anything in the country, let me give you an anecdote. This is what I learned. Okay, you want to know kind of what the people are buying. People turns out, like live in the country. Some people like live in the city, whatever, right? Doesn't matter. What matters is there's buyers, end user buyers, and so you really want to kind of know what they're looking for. So, for example, in the country, like what are folks looking for? Some places they like the horse and they're trying to have a little horse deal, maybe a little horse corral or something. Another thing I'll tell you right now is shops. Shops is a great niche. So when you look at a property and it's got a shop in it, it's a lot easier to retail it because you're going to have, you got a shop. Guys want to be able to put their stuff out there, the welding stuff or the tools or wood shop, whatever it is. Okay. So that's an important thing to look at. So when you're looking at some property with a little bit of land on it, always want to look about, does it have a shop on it? Or could you put a shop on it? Sometimes you can buy these shops, buy them on Craigslist. You can buy them, guys that make shops and put them on there and get a lot more money for the deal. I've done that quite often. And it really helps you, not so much maybe, again, I'm speaking from a flipper's perspective. The ARV doesn't go up per se. Sometimes it does, but it sure as heck makes it so that the house sells quickly. If you have 5 houses for sale at the same price, $2,999 or $3,999, and one of them's got the shop, people want to shop, so they'll go there. So things like that can really help you. Maybe looking at what else are people looking for? If in the city, like what is something that's important to people in there? Maybe having a back deck or something like that, right? So I'm just throwing stuff out. But that's why you want to engender a relationship with your realtor and kind of know what the hot ticket items are for retail. And then whenever you're looking at a wholesale deal, bring that to your buyer's attention. Man, you add a deck here, you add a shop here, right? Whatever. You're gonna. This is what people are looking for. Maybe mother-in-law quarters. People are looking for that in this area because there are a lot of retired folks. Does that make sense? That really will help you with your buyer to be able to get the product moved, okay? Because I tell you what, if you bring value to your buyer and he makes a lot of money off you, she makes a lot of money off you, you know what's going to happen? They're going to be, hey, what you got? You got some more stuff, right? So that's what I'm trying to encourage you along those lines. if you need help looking at a deal or questions, that kind of thing, let me know. Maybe we could hop on a Zoom call and I'll walk you through it. Potentially, we can do some joint venture together. Just leave them, call me below, send me a text or whatever, and we'll see you in the next video. Godspeed.